Good afternoon, my name is Andrea del Carmen Gomez Velázquez, and this is my video exposition of the English subject. My teacher's name is Hermes Mesa Hernandez, and the purpose of this video is show and explain the topics that we learned in this unit. Well, I'm gonna start with the first topic. Used to. Used to is a modal verb that we use to talk about things that happened in the past, but in the present, that happened in the past with regularity, but in the present it is not true. The structure of used to is, in first, affirmative sentence. We use affirmative sentence to talk about things that happen in the past, but in the present don't happen anymore. The structure is subject plus used to plus verb and the complement. One example can be, I used to take dance classes when I was 4 years old. In the past. Now I don't take dance classes anymore. Other example is, he used to play soccer when he was young. In the past. In the present, he doesn't play soccer and he was not young. Negative sentence. We use negative sentence to talk about things that didn't happen in the past, but in the present change. The structure is subject plus did not or didn't, the contraction, plus used to plus verb and the complement. One example is, we didn't used to be friends. Now we are the best friends. This means that in the past we were not friends, but in the present we are friends. They did not used to go to the beach. In the past. In the present, maybe they go to the beach. Yes, no questions or simple questions. We use this to ask someone to the things that this person used to do in the past. The structure is did plus subject plus used to plus verb and the complement. These questions, we can answer these questions with these structures. Yes plus subject plus did, or no plus subject plus didn't. An example is, did he used to smoke? Yes, he did. This means that he used to smoke in the past, but in the present, this action doesn't pass anymore. This action doesn't pass anymore. Sorry. Did she used to read? No, she didn't. This means that she didn't used to read in the past, but this changed in the present. Also, we can do WH questions or informative questions. That is to ask somebody to earn specific information. The structure is WH question like what, why, where, when, plus did, plus subject, plus used to, plus the verb and the complement. Examples. Where did you used to take English class? We are asking about the place that someone used to where someone used to take English classes. What did you used to do on the weekends when you was 3 years old? Well, this question is difficult to answer because I don't have memories, but it's an example. We can answer the first question like, I used to take English class in that academy or something like that. Well, this is the end of the used to topic, and we're gonna start with the quantifiers. Well, first, quantifiers are the words that we use to give information about the number of something. We can use the quantifiers with countable or uncountable nouns. But what is a countable or an uncountable noun? Well, a countable noun is all the things that we can count, like apple, grapes, like in the church. We can say 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples, an apple. And uncountable nouns are the things that we cannot count, like the water. I cannot count water. I cannot say 1 water, 2 waters, 3 hours, 3 waters. This is incorrect. Well, some quantifiers, we can use some quantifiers with countable or with uncountable nouns. And in this chart, we can see we can use many with countable, much with uncountable, some with countable or uncountables, any with both, a lot of or lots of with both, little and a little with uncountable, and few and a few with countable. Sorry, little and a little with uncountables, and few and a few with countables. Well, I'm gonna do some examples, and I'm gonna explain at the same time the quantifier. Many. Many is a quantifier that we use with countable nouns. Many means the quantity of something. We can use many with affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentence, but it is uncommon use with affirmative sentence. But we can. There are many students in my classroom. I don't have many cousins. Are there many apples? And we can add to, or the word to, or the word so before the many to express that is a bigger quantifier. And as an example, there are too many tourists. Much. We use much in the same context that many, but much is for uncountable nouns. There is much sugar. I don't have much time. How much money do you have? And there is too much homework. Well, some. We use some with both countable or uncountable nouns. And we use some to make affirmative sentence and interrogative sentence. We don't use any with, we don't use some with negative sentence because we use any, but I'm gonna explain this later. The meaning of some is a quantifier that is on definition but is limited. Example, there is some wine in the bottle, and are there some bananas? Now, any. We use any with both countable and uncountables. We cannot use it to do affirmative sentence. We only can use to do negative and interrogative sentence. So, and the meaning of any is same that some is on definition quantity of something that is limited. I don't have any cat, and is there any milk? Now, a lot of and lots of. We can use these quantifiers to talk about countable or uncountable nouns, and we can do affirmative and negative sentence only. A lot of and lots of mean a bigger quantify, and the difference between a lot of and lots of is that a lot of that we use a lot of in a formal way, and lots of is more to talk about to talk in informal way. So, the example, she has a lot of homework like me and I don't have lots of time. Now, little and a little. Little and a little mean a small quantity. We use this with uncountable and singular nouns, and the difference between little and a little is that a little is a small quantity, but I feel okay with this, and little is a small quantity, but I feel bad with this. As an example, we have a little time and it's okay. Do you have little money and it's not okay. We use little and a little only to affirmative and interrogative sentence. A few, noun, a few and few. We use a few and few in the same context than a little and little, but we use few and a few with countable nouns. In the same way, a few is a small quantity, but it's okay, and few is a small quantity and it's not okay. As an example, I have a few eggs, and it's okay. I don't have a lot of eggs, but I have the necessary. Do you have few dollars? And it's bad. Well, this is the end of quantifiers, and this is the end of my presentation. In conclusion, like I said in the past video, I think it's so important learn English and learn these topics because it's so common in the language, because we always are saying like, I don't have much money, or I used to practice soccer, something like that. And because this reasons is so important. And that's all of me. Thanks for your attention, and I'm so nervous. I'm sorry because I'm so nervous about it, but it's okay. And I try to be clear and basic. So thank you and have a nice weekend.